Starting off the week after Thanksgiving on the cooler side of the temperature roller coaster, but things are going to be warming up before we get a little active later this week. Let's talk about it in this Monday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. And good morning. It is Monday, the 27th of November, 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer, and yes, I did survive my food coma from late last week. I hope y'all were able to enjoy your Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving weekend. Outside of some snow in the Panhandle, we were able to get through the weekend without too many weather problems in the state, but it's Cyber Monday, and no, that doesn't mean I'm going to be breaking our mobile app today. It means it's a sticker. It's not an upside-down sticker this time either, so hey, you know what? Check out our store. We've got stickers, we got hats, we got shirts, and yes, we do have a 2024 weather calendar. And our photographers worked quite hard on that, so definitely show them some support and pick one up before the supply runs out. And with no further ado, let's talk about our the next couple of days. After our cool front moved through the state yesterday, we're starting off the day cloudy, areas of fog, but otherwise pretty chilly this morning, down into the teens in the Panhandle, freezing line. Let's just say about the northern half of Texas, down into the hill country of frost for sure. As we head through today, we're going to see clouds stick around across the southeastern half of Texas, maybe a bit of fog in the Panhandle and West Texas. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a mostly cloudy day across the state. As we go into tonight, maybe a couple of very light showers in the Concho Valley hill country. As we head into Tuesday morning, fog across deep South Texas, down to the Rio Grande Plains, Rio Grande Valley. More clouds streaming on in from the west. Tomorrow, as the upper-level jet stream remains overhead, but no upper-level storm systems or lift to create any sort of precipitation as a very dry air mass sits across the state. That's going to change on Thursday. Let's take a look at the super-duper awesome global forecast system. Now, I realize this is not a graphic I show too often, so let me explain what we're looking at. Arrows you see, the blue arrows, that's going to be your wind direction at the surface. Those black lines, those are isobars or areas of pressure. And what we're going to be looking at is an area of surface low pressure across the Panhandle, Thursday afternoon, progressing across Texoma, Oklahoma, before ejecting out across Arkansas Thursday night into Friday morning. Background you're looking at, surface dew points, the greens, kind of the teal. Those are your dew points well into the 50s and 60s. Your surface dry line setting up west of Interstate 35 Thursday afternoon. Then as the area of surface low pressure ejects out to the east-northeast Thursday evening into Friday morning, we see a cold front move in with a northwesterly wind shift and a much drier air mass returning. Now, you might be asking, well, why is Baldy-in-Chief taking the time to show us this morning? Well, you see, depending on just how much moisture we get in place ahead of this system on Thursday, and how much instability we're able to see materialize, the potential for perhaps some organized thunderstorms. Strong thunderstorm potential. Now, let's take a look at the simulated radar reflectivity from the same model Thursday afternoon to Thursday evening. Now, timing-wise, this is probably still going to shift somewhat. Sometimes these slow down as we get a little closer, in which case, back things up a little further west, maybe slow it down a few hours. Sometimes they don't. Nevertheless, pretty good chance of rain across the eastern third of Texas, Thursday afternoon to Thursday evening. Some of that rain could be heavy. The potential for some strong thunderstorms, maybe some hail, gusty winds. Main question we're going to have to see is just how much instability are we going to have in the low levels of the atmosphere Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening across the eastern third of Texas. If we have enough surface instability in place, the wind profiles across the low and mid levels of the atmosphere are going to be quite favorable for organized thunderstorms. So, if we get the instability, we get the moisture, we already all have the wind shear, that could set the stage for severe thunderstorm potential. But, and that's a big but at this point, will we have the instability? We're just going to have to monitor trends. But if we do, the potential will exist for severe thunderstorms across parts of at least the eastern third of Texas, Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. something we're just going to have to keep an eye on and see. Either way, that'll all move east to Texas by Friday. Northwesterly winds coming on in. Not a super cold air mass, but a little cooler again across the northwest half of Texas. And hopefully a dry weekend. There may be another storm system this weekend, but model data is still way out in voodoo land with that. But hey, you know what? At least it doesn't look like we're going to be dealing with a blizzard. Now, let's take a look at forecast rain totals over the next 5 days. This is through Friday. And again, this is mainly going to just encompass our Thursday storm system. You can see highest chance for measurable rain will be across the eastern third of Texas, mainly along and east of Interstate 35. The potential for over 1/10 of an inch of rain. Gainesville, Fort Worth, Austin, San Antonio points east. Bump it up to 1/2 inch of rain. Bonham, Terrell, College Station, just east of Victoria. Bump it up over 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. New Boston, Paris, Longview, let's say Madisonville, the Houston Metro, the Upper Texas Coast, Southeast Texas, into the Golden Triangle. And again, we'll refine these rain totals as we get closer, but again, unlike this past weekend, this one might actually have a bit more rain with it, with a decent coverage of thunderstorms as we get into Thursday afternoon, into Thursday night, before it all moves out on Friday. Now let's take a look at the temperatures over the next 5 days. Today, it's going to be cool across the state. It's late November, so this is about where we should be, maybe a bit on the cool side, but highs in the 40s and 50s, maybe right around 60 along the immediate Gulf Coast and the Rio Grande Valley. Chilly, could be worse. Tomorrow we're going to warm it up a wee bit, 50s mostly, plus some low 60s. Maybe middle 60s in the Rio Grande Valley, South Padre Island. So we head into Wednesday, we're looking at a more substantial warming trend beginning, 50s, low to middle 60s, maybe right around 70 in the Rio Grande Valley, the immediate Texas Gulf Coast. And then here's Thursday afternoon. 70s, even 80 degrees possible in Brownsville on Thursday, 60s and 70s. Pretty much let's just say everywhere except the Panhandle. Panhandle, going to stay entrenched in the cooler air mass. Some snow cover up in the Oklahoma Panhandle and Kansas that may kind of mitigate some of the warming attempts over the next few days, but highs in the 40s. And then as we get into Friday, a cool front moving in on the backside of the departing area of surface low pressure. High temperatures in the 40s and 50s, the northwestern half of Texas. Still plenty warm, southeastern half of Texas with 60s and 70s. The front probably won't make too much progress farther south than what is shown here, with the warming trend moving back north this weekend. That'll be it for your Texas Weather Roundup on this Monday. As always, you can get your local weather forecast, interactive weather radars, Texas Weather Roundup, severe weather coverage when necessary, and storm chasing video on the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. And as always, we definitely appreciate all those who have been snatching up those calendars, bumper stickers galore. We definitely appreciate the support, and we definitely appreciate all of you. Have a great Monday. We'll have the next Texas Weather Roundup out bright and early Tuesday. Have a good one, and God bless.